Hello again, and we're at day 5 of the free Traffic Boost Challenge, and you're with Victoria Gibson. And I'm so glad that you've made it to day 5. It's a big effort. If you're here, congrats. And maybe you've just fast forwarded here too because you want to learn more about how to boost organic engagement. Okay, so organic engagement across your Facebook in particular. So there's a couple of great ways to be using Facebook right now to grow your engagement, give you a platform to make offers. Some of them aren't that new, but they're definitely still working and something that you might want to consider putting in your arsenal. Firstly, it is Facebook groups, and that's what this video 1 will all be about, using Facebook groups to connect with more of your ideal audience and grow your conversion to them getting to invest with you, so that you can invite them to more in opportunities to invest and go from there. So basically, I wanted to show you, the power of using a group, collecting a community, giving away some of your great stuff for free, and really growing that relationship with your audience. That's what over time is going to win. They're going to get a taste of you. They're going to understand the value that you have to bring. And, it's positioning yourself as a leader. It's giving you credibility in the content that you share. And also it's a whole lot of fun, right? And that you get to create an opportunity to share your talent and transformation. And really, you're doing this essentially expecting nothing in return. Yes, some people will want to take you up on your offers, but not everybody will, and that's totally fine. This is more about community building, growing your engagement, demonstrating value up front so that you can share your wonderful talents, but also help people, which at the end of the day will grow your reputation, will grow your sales, and make you just be a happier business owner. Okay, so let's try doing that first, and going to showing you all about how to set up a Facebook group. So this one here is the Traffic Boost Challenge group that you're no doubt in if you're watching this video. So over about 4 days, we've got 144 members in there. I'm hoping to grow that further from there. It's just started off. As you can see, I've got even suggested groups here. One here by Tash Corbin, 16,000 members. That's been going for, I think, maybe 18 months. Remarkable Business Mums, 5,400 members. Members of the Coaching Institute, 2,500. So there's definitely plenty more of them, and some people might say, well, then it's probably harder to get engagement. But if you pick the right topic and you get in there and you're consistent and you start talking to people, it can be a really great way to, like I said, demonstrate value up front. A couple of other good ones just to kind of show you the potential is the beautiful Screw the 9 to 5 community that has, as you can see here, 32,000 people in it. So you can imagine it. Jill Stanton runs that, and you can imagine the potential for your business when you have a community of 32,000 people in a Facebook group. So what's the benefit of a Facebook group? Well, the benefit is that there's a low barrier to entry. You still have it closed, but all you need to do is just approve people's request to join, and then they're in, consuming your content and being part of your community, which really is in essence the way that you would drive an email list. Now, I'm not suggesting that this would replace your email list, but because at least you own your email list. Yes, you use a tool to manage it, but you own that list. No one can take that away from you, those emails. But what the downside of email lists is deliverability can be pretty crap nowadays. Open rates are lower and lower with more and more competition. I'm not saying that there isn't competition on Facebook too for people's time, but basically there's a lot. It's a lot easier to get in front of the people that you've invited to join the group. Why? because what happens is that when everybody's a member of the group, unless they turn off notifications, they will see a lot more notifications from the group, more so than ever before with Facebook pages. So see here in my newsfeed, a friend of mine, Kate Byrne, has a group called Booked Out Besties, okay? So it's for coaches and consultants. So Jane has posted in there, and this has come out in my feed. Jane has posted there to introduce herself and say what she does. So great marketing from Jane's perspective, because she'll probably get in the news feed of most of those 1,372 members of Booked Out Besties. So these are, that's all free. That's all organic. So that's what I was saying about the group, is that posts, when I post in here to give you information about the traffic challenge, you will get that in your news feed. If I just put that on my Facebook page, probably only 10% of the people who like my page will see the post. Whereas close to 100% of the Traffic Boost members or any of your Facebook group will see the post. So there's real benefit in terms of distribution to your ideal audience in having a Facebook group. So it's super simple to set up as well. So all you need to do is go down, see here I'm in my, I go to any sort of page on Facebook, maybe I'm viewing a page or whatever. I can just go down here to create a group. And then when I go to group here, then I choose what I'm after. And in this instance, it would be connect and share. And then you can just name your group. I'll just call it test group. And then I'm just going to say I'll add my assistant, because you always have to add someone, okay? That's not yourself. Now, I suggest using a closed group. Using an open group becomes a bit of a free-for-all, and it takes away a bit of that exclusivity or desire to be part of a bit of a, a unique community, okay? So keep it closed, and that way you can approve your requests as they come in. Make sure you get a nice image. You can choose a little icon there, right? Whatever you want. It's not really, mandatory. It's not really that much of a big deal. And then you can personalize the group. So you can change the name of the group at any time. Go back here and you can upload a photo. Normal timeline cover dimensions here. And just upload a photo that communicates what the group is. You might even want to get a graphic with some of the rules on there, whether you want people to promote themselves or, spamming can be a problem. So you've got to be very clear with what the intention of the group is and what the rules are, okay? So one of the ways to do that is go into your description here, add a description, and be very clear with what people can or cannot do. That always works generally quite well. And I wouldn't have the settings that you have to approve every post, because it's easy enough to counsel people if they don't post appropriately or remove them from the group. So if you going up here, you can edit the settings, okay? So you can add some members. I don't really, I don't add people willy-nilly who are my friends or anything, because I don't really like being added to groups without permission. But I think if if you knew some people were interested or you got some current clients, great, you could add them. But it's probably not very good etiquette. What I would do is wait to use other organic methods of promoting. I'm going to show you another way of using a paid method to get people in there as well. So it's a good idea to have yourself and maybe an assistant on there to manage all the manage what's going on and edit group settings. As I said, keep it closed. You can pick a group type if you want. Privacy settings, just leave those. I would have any member can add members, but an admin or moderator must approve them as your settings so it doesn't just go crazy. You can create a vanity URL here as well. So it will say facebook.com/groups/ whatever name you would like. Hopefully it's available, and you can testing in here and see if it is, and then that's an easy way to use that URL to get more people there. Keep in mind that once you have more than 5,000 people, you cannot change the name of that, okay? So you want to make sure that you're pretty certain it's got a bit of flexibility. Once again, the description, you can put some tags depending on what your topics are about. And I would leave these blank and just click save, okay? And that will give you the settings that you need. there's a couple of examples, like go and have a look and see some other groups that are doing well. Like Dan Meredith has a great one called Coffee with Dan. I mean, he's, unapologetically himself, and it's it's pretty funny actually. But there's a lot of community in there. People are very active and engaged. You can see them all posting stuff and sharing things here. This is where I saw him actually using his opportunity to target the group to provide an offer, which he does quite often, but he does it pretty well. Okay, so this is where he's got, how many people has he got in this group? Okay, he's got 7,500 members, all organically grown, I think, over the last, I don't know, nearly 12 months, I guess. And so he'll post like this every now and again. So, would you like to know how to grow your own coffee with Dan? So that's the name of the group. So he's got a longer post saying what he does, what his, establishing his credibility here, okay? And then he's giving the offer. So he's like, okay, I've been testing things. Would you like, he makes 7 figures in a year. He doesn't spend any money on ads. He delivers value, creates an amazing group, has fun, etc. So he's really essentially writing a sales letter here. This is just sales copy. And he's saying, he's created something. It's all this information will be free for Espresso with Dan members. The next level up, it's another group, right? And he's saying that's £95 a month. So roughly, I don't know, $150 a month to be part of this group. He's asking for a deposit and people to raise their hands so they can go to a link. So you see how, like, instead of taking them through a complicated funnel, you could just be putting a post up that's like a sales letter. Once you've delivered value, once you've got engagement, once you've got things happening, right? You don't just start the group and sell straight away, right? You want to deliver a lot of value up front. You can see down here, I think it's got like 52 comments of people saying, yes, any spaces left. Look at this. Let me in, get in this, anxiously awaiting. You finally got me. Like, people are ready to go. They're all ready to pay him like $150 a month. Pretty good, huh? So, that's a great demonstration of how to build some value using a Facebook group, put an offer in the group and allow people to, raise their hand if they want to be part of it. So that's the kind of things that are really possible here, which is, it's pretty nice, right? That kind of opportunity. So what I would suggest is you create a group. It's kind of like people say, well, how do I do this? Okay, well, create one, just like I've shown you how to do now. And then you'll see when I used, just the reason you're probably in the Traffic Boost group, if you are. If you're not, you should join it, right? You can find I'll have to find the URL for you here, but it's basically called Traffic Boost. So once people opt in to my landing page, so let's tile this back in. Day one, I talked about creating a list building ad to your offer using an opt-in page like this. Great. People opt in. They enter their name and their email and enter, and then they go to a thank you page, and then something's not working there. That's because I've already opted in with that email. But ordinarily I would have how come everything I show you doesn't work? Ordinarily I have a thank you page that will then talk about, let me just find that for you. Just have a button on there that invites you to be part of the group once you've opted in. Okay, so I'll show you what the one that I used looks like. It's pretty simple. You just create one and then go, okay, here, I'll just show you what that looks like. So it's just telling people about the challenge. Join the Facebook group now. I could probably join the free Facebook group there now as well, but that's largely what I've been using to drive traffic to get into the group, okay? So take action. Go and create the group, just as I've shown you how, on your in your Facebook. Create a free Facebook group. Think about the title that you'd like to use. Maybe it's something not just for one promotion. Maybe it's something you'd like to use over time, a bit like what Dan's got. He's got Coffee with Dan, or Jill's got with Screw the 9 to 5 Community. It's something that can roll through all her promotions, okay? So that might be a good idea. Think about a topic. Think about the main sort of reason why people would want to join to start, and then create your group and then set up a bit of an opt-in funnel with that opportunity to grow your or to invite them to join your group. Otherwise, I mean, if you do want to go around to some of the people in your community, some of your friends, and invite them, maybe with a message or something, then that would be fine. Like I said, I wouldn't normally just add people to a group without their permission. It's pretty bad etiquette, and most people don't like it. But this is a really great opportunity to pull people together, create your own community, just as you're doing with your list, to deliver value up front and really grow your traffic and sales that way. So go take action, then let me know how you go in the Facebook group. In the next video, I'm going to tell you all about Facebook Live. Chat soon.